Chicago versus Cincinnati. Now, my
One fucking
stupid
stop.
ass.
He should get that tattooed.
Dude, my stupid ass gets on here like, it's not gonna be that high scoring of a game, and if Chicago like they jump out and they have to jump out quick to take to win this game. If Cincinnati keeps it close, then maybe they could win this game. All right, complete opposite. Well, close to the complete opposite. Sort of not the complete opposite. It definitely wasn't. It was a high scoring fucking game. It was a
Yeah.
career game for Joe Flacco.
Did he throw for the most
I
yards
I
he's
watched
ever
Joe
thrown for?
Flacco most yards in his career. Dude,
Jesus
he's
Christ.
never had a 400-yard game.
He's never had a 400-yard game?
Never had a 400-yard game. This is his first game. First game having 400 yards. He had 470 yards.
Yeah.
Oldest player. Tom Brady didn't throw for 470 at this age.
Or he had another 5 years after Joe's age. Like, Joe's what, 41?
41.
Tom Brady was 46.
Tom Brady was
And
he
we're like,
46 or
Joe's
45?
so fucking old.
Joe's
Shows how
old as
crazy
shit,
Tom
but
is.
it is ridiculous seeing Joe Flacco in 2025 put up career numbers. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's still the Bengals and they lost, but you're right. I mean, he gets
But
470 yards, 15 points in 49 seconds. They need one stop.
one stop.
Just one.
One fucking
One
stop.
stop. And
Shit, one field goal.
they had what? 59 seconds, I believe. 54
59.
seconds. 54 seconds, that's all they had to do. And Cincinnati is fed up. You had Jamar Chase screaming in the locker room, walking back to the locker room. You had Chase Brown, which is funny. He has like one or two good games, and all of a sudden he's like, somebody needs to step up. It's like, yeah,
For
all
real.
right, Chase.
Yeah.
Jamar
Okay,
is the
buddy.
only person that can complain right now. But I mean, I don't know. Chicago clutches it out. That last touchdown was just that last touchdown that Chicago to give them the win was kind of the epitome of the Cincinnati defense.
The epitome.
Like he finds a wide open tight end downfield in the middle of the field, and then I don't know how many tackles. Like I'm trying to think. Like he broke a couple of good tackles, and then just hauls ass to the end zone about 20 yards
Yep.
afterwards. Like that is just what Cincinnati's defense is. They are a bad defense, and I should have thought about that going into it. That every game they play in, at least one team's going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, that is true. But
because they're
like,
atrocious.
there can be bad players. Granted, all these guys are NFL players. There have been bad players, but there truly has to be something wrong with, obviously, the coaching, but something in that staff has to be incredibly wrong for a defense to be. We've seen bad defenses, but a defense this bad to let up 48 points to the Bears, and 2 touchdowns in the last fucking few minutes.
Yeah.
Like yes, the players are not good, but something is wrong.
I can't put this on the players because we talked about this all off season and we were doing the math and it was pretty simple. You have $500 million going to 4 players. That means you're gonna have to cut costs. You have to cut the cost somewhere else. You're gonna have to somebody's not gonna get paid. Somebody's gonna go somewhere else. Somebody's not gonna want to come to Cincinnati because they don't want that bullshit offer you got for them.
Exactly. Like no,
They
like
just
there's been a lot more talk about people getting the fuck out of Cincinnati than anyone going anywhere near it.
exactly.
And I mean, yeah, good for Joe and Jamar and T. Higgins, but the fact that T. Higgins held out for whatever and then they give in to him, let him go. Saves you 30
Well,
fucking
I
million
mean,
dollars.
well, he put up 100 yards. Jamar and T. Higgins
No, I
both
know,
have
but
100
if
yards.
you're gonna keep fucking losing, who gives a shit?
I don't know because, like we said, like there's no coach in the world that could have went back in time and predicted that his defense was going to do what they did on that final play against Chicago.
No, of course, but you understand how fucking piss poor your defense is. But also, like I said, there's got to be a coaching issue. Like there should be no defense this bad in the NFL ever.
Bro, it was textbook shit though. All
No,
right,
I agree.
blown coverage or just not having the ability to have a good pass coverage is one thing. Not being able to tackle is not something a coach is going to be able to fix in the NFL. You're in the NFL. You like
You know how to
first of
tackle.
all, you know how to tackle. We're not going to play this game where you don't know how to tackle. I don't know why
Yeah,
so many players decide to arm tackle or tackle with their head down or not break down and just dive at fucking legs. But either way, it's
or drop.
it's an important moment. There's 20 seconds on the clock. Let's bring this guy down. Um, but I don't know. I can't imagine like what coach fixes that. What, we can go back to
I
high
don't know.
school and have tackling drills? We're gonna have a whole tackling circuit.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
these
let's
guys
run
know how to
Oklahoma drills.
tackle.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the only thing that's a little crazy is the like people are calling Joe Burrow overrated now. Well, actually, I can't even. I
What
don't know why I even brought this up. You don't like
was
Joe
it me? Was
Burrow.
it there? Huh?
Well, you don't like Joe. You've never liked Joe Burrow, so I don't even know why I brought this up to you. But
I mean, Joe is somewhat grown on me a little bit, and that's just based off of his success, but also his the fact that he hasn't been able to get out onto the field. Also, I mean, had the same issue last year where, yes, offensively did great, led the league and everything, but had one of the worst defenses. But when you have Joe Flacco who's playing, well, it was Joe who said it. Joe in his second start when he beat the Steelers goes on Amazon Prime on the panel and goes, "You'd have to be pretty bad at football. You'd have to be a pretty dumb fucking idiot." Paraphrasing, to not be able to throw to these two guys. He said, "No, you like. I don't get how anyone can't throw to these two guys. Like,
yeah, I
there
mean,
should be no problem throwing to these two guys. They're incredible." And I think that's right to a certain point, but um, there are things that Joe Burrow brings to the table that other quarterbacks don't. But I mean, I can't knock the man for having two good receivers.
you can't knock him for having two good receivers, but I feel like in a world of ranking, there has to be. I don't know, maybe not an
No,
asterisk, like an asterisk,
but
like maybe not like because it's
yes, I can knock off like maybe half a point or whatever. But we live in a world where Tua had Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and couldn't do anything. We live in a world where Carson Wentz still has Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson and can't do anything. There's good receivers in this league. And there's bad quarterbacks in this league. They can't do anything.
but
So,
that's the
yes, if
same,
you're able
but
to be
that's the
efficient
same,
with good receivers, then by all means.
but the same way that you can say, hey, look at how bad Tua is, even though he has these good receivers, you can say, look at how good Joe Burrow is, especially with these receivers. I mean, the receivers definitely have something. But this is
No,
this is a conversation all the time. Oh, Sam Darnold was only good because of Justin Jefferson. Oh, fucking. I mean, that's why quarterbacks are called game managers. That's why we call
but
Brock Purdy what he is.
the problem becomes like with a guy like Tua when he can't manage games. Like we know Tua is the issue. Like I can't knock a guy for having two good receivers and still playing well. If he plays poorly with guys who we know are good, then that's on him. Like Tua, it's on him. But Joe plays well with good receivers. That's fine. It knocks
So
you
this
down a
says
touch,
more.
but not a lot.
So this says more about Joe Flacco.
I mean, right now, Joe Flacco's playing well with his two good receivers and his pretty good offense.
Joe Flacco is playing out of his fucking mind. He just
Joe's
had
playing,
a career game. He had 470
of course,
yards and 4 touchdowns. What are we
of
talking
course.
about right now?
But I don't think there's a world where Joe's doing that with others. I mean, he showed he couldn't do it with other receivers earlier in the year. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
sure how
the
many
Browns
games
are.
we've seen when Joe Burrow didn't have Jamar Chase, even going back to fucking college. Um, so I don't know how much we can put on Jamar versus Joe, but Joe's a good quarterback. It's just
Yeah, well, Burrow's a good quarterback, but that okay.
I
Either
meant Burrow.
way,
Yeah,
either
the
way,
fucking
the
two Joes are pissing me
discussion,
off.
the discussion was at least on the internet, the discussion was: is Joe Burrow overrated, or is Joe Flacco a little underrated in terms of who you're going to just pick and throw in at quarterback? Nobody thought Joe Flacco was gonna do what he did. Like I'm not gonna keep playing this game. I'm not gonna keep playing this game where we're just gonna act like Joe Flacco's. Oh, look, he did what he did, and it's gonna go back to nothing. Joe Flacco got off his couch and took a team to the playoffs. Joe Flacco is 41 years old and has a career fucking game, thrown more yards than what Tom Brady was able to throw for when he was fucking 45. He played for the Browns before this and looked like absolute shit. Guess who else looks like shit for the Browns? Every quarterback that's ever played for the Cleveland Browns. So taking
Of course.
40-year-old Joe Flacco's Cleveland Browns stint and going, well, we know what he looks like. I'm not saying this man's gonna fucking play himself into the Hall of Fame or 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 or
But
or
2 years ago,
go win a playoff game.
Joe took the Browns to the playoff 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Yeah,
A bad Browns team. I mean,
sure.
not as bad
Uh,
as this team is. Better, but um,
Point being, did
I
you think that you if a few years ago, like say before the Denver situation, if somebody was like, "Hey, in 2025, Joe Flacco's going to be playing way better than Russell Wilson," wouldn't believe you. What the
I
what?
never would
What
have
what
thought that.
what?
Of course not. But moral of the story is Joe's playing great football. Jesus Christ. Joe Flacco's playing great football right now. In a world where Joe Burrow is healthy, Joe Flacco is not the starting quarterback, regardless. Like even if he didn't have a contract that was fucking $50 billion, but Joe's playing well right now, and I hope that they appreciate what Joe can do for them when they need him. Like Jacoby Brissett just had a fucking great game against the Cowboys, and that's because Kyler Murray's out.
The worst defense in the NFL, yeah, but
The Bengals are up there too. Like
he
Caleb
plays for the
Williams put
Bengals.
48 points up on that fucking team. Um,
The
but
Bengals, he plays for the Bengals, so yeah. I mean, what is that? I'm saying Chicago has, or I'm saying Dallas has a. I mean, they give up the most passing yards in the NFL. Like they're bad.
and they did. They gave up a ton. But no, I mean, yeah, Joe's playing out of his mind right now. The
But
Bengals still suck.
Jacoby Brissett in the prime of his like athletic, like in his athletic prime, hasn't touched what Joe Flacco's done at 41 years old, 40 years old.
Agreed.
That's just like a fact. Like, don't ever bring up a career backup when we're talking about Joe Flacco. You can't do that because there's not 32 quarterbacks in 2025 better than Joe Flacco, sadly, which says more about the NFL. Says more about these other fuckers that suck. But I mean,
No,
that's I guess a
of course.
discussion for another
And the
day.
other thing is that yes, if you want to put out that fucking argument that that Burrow's only good because his receivers, and Flacco's only good. Jake Browning played the first however many games. Jake Browning played multiple football games and looked like he had never touched a football in his life.
Cooper Rush, Tyler Huntley, though. I mean, maybe some guys just fucking suck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Jamar can't help a guy like Jake Browning.
Right.
So, Joe is still good. Joe Burrow
Yes.
is still good if his team is healthy and if he's healthy and if they can try to get one fucking stop, but it's not going to happen.